business owners, and independent contractors. Get affordable insurance with Sagicor Pro Shield. The time by Sagicor Life is
7 o'clock.
CVM News at 7 headlines Tuesday, courtesy of Heart NSTA Trust, Jamaica's Human Development Agency.
Tonight on CVM News at 7, tragedy at Campion. 8th grader struck dead by goalpost. Dr. Nigel Clark bids farewell to Parliament and Finance Ministry. Jamaican jurist sworn into CCJ. And Red Hills community on the brink of collapse. In the business report, cashless classrooms now a reality. While in sports, KC through to Manning Cup quarterfinals. This is CVM News at 7. Here is PICA Lewis.
From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7. It's Tuesday, October 29, 2024. Thanks for joining us. The tranquil atmosphere of Campion College's compound was shattered by a harrowing event today. Eyewitness accounts vary regarding what transpired, some implying he was attempting to show off his agility, while others believe he simply lost his footing. Kerlyn Brown has more in this report.
It was a rather frightening scene on the compound of Campion College in the corporate area late afternoon. A young rugby player had to be rushed to hospital after a bizarre incident. The second former was reportedly in a training session with his peers when he was observed on the bar of the goalpost. It's not sure what caused him to lose his balance, but he fell on the field, and the post fell on top of him. Initial reports were he was critically wounded and had lost a lot of blood. News later surfaced he had succumbed to his injuries. In the wake of the incident, many students who witnessed their schoolmate in distress were left traumatized. Several rumors also surfaced. CVM News accessed messages from close associates of the school, angered by some of the comments and allegations in the public. One reaction explained the youngster was told repeatedly to stop swinging from the goalpost. It's further alleged he eventually jumped off, and the post came down with him, hitting him to the back of the head. Personal details were not immediately released about the teenager, pending notification of his close family. Campion College is at this time already still hurting from the death of another male student who drowned 2 years ago. Our newsroom understands some of his schoolmates are still undergoing counseling. Our newsroom extends condolences to the family, fellow rugby players, and the entire school population at Campion at this time. Of course, we will also continue to monitor this developing situation. Kerlyn Brown for CVM News.
Well, a civilian who visited a police station last week is now seeking to press charges against some police officers whom he says assaulted him on the premises. A video of the interaction with the police has gained much traction online, as you'll hear in this report from Trishagaye Kelly.
A man has come forward to share his side of the story after he was allegedly assaulted while at a police station in St. Thomas. In a video circulating on social media, the police officers can be seen and heard asking the man to leave the premises. The civilian, however, who is a seasoned media professional, says he visited the station to learn how he could assist his friend who was arrested, but the police officers asked him to leave.
And he just walked down to me, choked me and said to take the phone out of his face, and swing to box me, and I wave my hand and it catch me on my hand. And then the other policemen that were there already just come down and grabbed me and was rushing to take the phone from me.
things escalated when one officer threatened to harm the civilian.
Sir, how can the police... I got to leave it to the station and have the purpose over here. Take the phone. No, it's outside.
The tussle ended when other officers allegedly intervened and brought the man into the station, where he was searched, arrested, and charged for assaulting a police officer, among other things. But the man insists he was the real victim.
I'm going to press charge for assault because he was the one that assaulted me. And I'm also going to press charge on the other officers. If they think I did something wrong, the proper way I would think that they would do is to say, sir, you're under arrest, turn around, put your hands behind you, or something like that. So because I did nothing wrong, everybody just come down on me and start push me down to the ground.
He has since reported the matter to the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM. Assistant Commissioner Hamish Campbell, after seeing the video, reminds that officers must treat citizens with respect.
The JCF have implored their own staff and members to treat all citizens with courtesy and politeness and respectfulness. And in fact, Commissioner Anderson, the previous commissioner to Mr. Blake, Dr. Blake, had indicated that no person was to be turned away from any police station and all citizens were entitled to attend the station and that they don't need to be treated anything other than politeness and courtesy.
A new chapter unfolds at the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, as a prominent Jamaican jurist steps into a distinguished role. The solemn swearing-in ceremony at King's House was marked by reflections on duty, legacy and regional unity. With her appointment, she joins a growing legacy of women in the CCJ bench, or on the CCJ bench, poised to inspire. With more, here's Shante McNeil.
Having been appointed a judge of the Caribbean Court of Justice, do hereby swear that I will faithfully exercise the office of the Judge of the Caribbean Court of Justice without fear or favor, affection or ill will, and in accordance with the Code of Judicial Conduct. So help me God.
Newly appointed Judge of the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, Chantal Onanehu, taking her oath at the official swearing-in ceremony held at the King's House on Tuesday. The Jamaican jurist now fills the vacancy left by Justice Jacob Witt, who passed away shortly after his retirement last year. Appointed by the Regional Judicial and Legal Services Commission after a rigorous selection process, Onanehu brings over 2 decades of experience in CARICOM and international trade law. CCJ President Justice Adrian Saunders praised her accomplishments and expressed an eagerness to work alongside her.
I am confident that Justice Onanehu will make a huge and positive contribution to the court and to the region's jurisprudence. I extend to her my warmest congratulations on this occasion, and I look forward to working with her.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness weighed in also.
You remind us of the profound impact that purposeful ambition, steadfast focus, and discipline can have on our communities, and we are confident that with your clarity, wisdom, and dedication, you will continue to inspire and uplift many across our region.
In her address, Justice Onanehu expressed readiness for the responsibilities ahead.
Our Caribbean Court of Justice plays a pivotal role in advancing the rule of law in our community and building Caribbean jurisprudence. During my tenure, I will work assiduously to contribute to shaping the jurisprudence and overall direction of this august institution, which is at a critical juncture as it approaches its 20th anniversary.
She now joins Justices Maureen Rognoff-Lee and Desiree Bernard as the third woman on the CCJ bench, hoping to inspire others.
I look forward to serving alongside other women on the bench of our regional court. I hope to inspire other women to serve in the judiciary in the region, as so many illustrious women judges have inspired me. Our Caribbean Court of Justice is an institution of which we can be proud. in which we should have confidence and to which we must remain committed.
For CVM News, I'm Shante McNeil.
Cries for attention have been increasing after another corporate area gully separated from its banks and pulled with them personal belongings and parts of a residence. Though fear is rich, the locals say their plight is overlooked because they are poor. One gully, two different realities.
The people have to push it back because every time you buy new things. Yeah, a rich people live over them place there, you know. Look there, the people them do wall, it tear down. Everything tear down, them have to rebuild, them have money and like we over here, so now we are poor.
This is Belmere Close off Red Hills Road in St. Andrew, where for years locals allegedly have been grappling with the erosion of their property as more of the massive gully near their homes caves in.
It's a family yard overall. We've been reaching out to Mr. Kalsamuda and the councillor for help to fix the gully, because the gully wall bust, it has taken over everything. Washing machine gone, windows gone, everything cave in. It's like sinking sand down in there. I will not get no help. No help. Nobody now send no, we constantly send videos, pictures, and there's just no help in fixing the gully. It has been years since over there is brought down, and now this happened before burial. And it's only getting worse and worse.
Today now, rain come down, we're in our bed asleep. The tree dropped down, it dropped from the root. One 85-year-old woman live in there, so when she pull her door, in the hole she has step. People can drown and dead. We don't really wait for fix that. So from burial, we have kids, we have a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old.
Heavy rainfall recently only condemned these residents to a worse fate when a section of a road there gave way and the common gully pulled away from its barrier wall.
So them in my bathroom and bed, I've ever heard the tremor from this. A serious things, serious situation. This we really need help.
Their fate rests in the hands of the local authorities, whom they insist have long been made aware of their struggle, but allegedly only made them promises.
More time it traumatized me. The first time the old dig out, I'm a washing machine gone. Me not even talk about that, but the life, me no want to know say life gone. You understand? Show my face. Me no want to know say life gone, because the greatest thing alive. But no man, something need for do, something have to done. Because people afraid. Me can't even come out of the back door because the 85-year-old lady will live over there, so me neck and then me in a right so now. We can't even come out. Afraid. Good at in there asleep and me gone. See all upstairs there? See upstairs there? Look on the youth that come over. I just say I have to take a walk.
Every time I excuse, on top of excuse, nobody know do nothing. Babies live here. People live here. Will life never value nothing?
With much of the focus now on scoring political points ahead of the general election, the residents insist the government ought to be proactive before lives are lost.
And when they so now we pass somebody for wash and dead, I don't want the house to just drop down and everything gone.
To be a fatality before we get help, right, sir?
Look how long we live them life, man. And only when time somebody dead or the house wash way before we now come with disaster preparedness. That not work, man. Deal with the disaster before it get big. And see it get bigger now and still now come look. Look how the gully stay. Look there. It's a gully, and see there's the people that walk, I go up and down, people live there. And you don't want vote, you don't want this, you don't want that. Yes, fix the place, man.
When CVM News last inquired of the National Works Agency about repairs to affected gullies in the corporate area, we were advised effort was being made as available resources permit to effect repairs. There's more to come from CVM News at 7 after this break.
CVM News at 7 headlines Tuesday, courtesy of Heart NSTA Trust, Jamaica's Human Development Agency.
Crunchy Box for only $8.50. Crunch your craving with the new KFC Crunchy Box. A piece of delicious chicken, 2 hot wings, biscuit, and Pepsi for only $850. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Papa Jesus, insurance gone up again? Gotta go faster. It gives our insurance.
Driver, let's go. Do you really want to stick with the same old insurer? For the first time in Jamaica, taxis, minibuses, coasters, whatever you drive, MIBinsure.com will find you an insurer who will slash your premium by up to 60%. They all claim to save you money, but only MIB Insure actually can. Switch to MIBinsure.com today and save serious money.
Oreo and Coca-Cola just became besties. Taste the new limited editions while they last.
CVM News at 7 Tuesday, brought to you by KFC.
Hungry for deals? Get the new Crunch Sandwich Combo from KFC for just $600. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Welcome back. Well, keeping stability is not an inevitability. That's the warning from outgoing Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke, who leaves office for international appointment in just a few hours. Clarke outlined a vision for Jamaica's economic future, urging careful policy choices going forward. With the details, here's Ramon Gordon.
Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke bid farewell to Parliament Tuesday, offering a vision for Jamaica's economic future as he steps down to assume his role as Deputy Managing Director at the International Monetary Fund. Clarke, reflecting on his tenure, hammered home the importance of preserving Jamaica's economic stability, noting that while it doesn't solve all of Jamaica's issues, it's essential for sustainable development.
As much success as we have had, the path ahead does not allow for policy error because Jamaica's finances are so rigid and tight. It can be maintained by the choices that we make, and importantly, choices that leave enough space for public investment.
In his final address, Clarke highlighted that by the end of the fiscal year, Jamaica's debt-to-GDP ratio will drop to 68%, the lowest since the 1970s. He advised his successor to prioritize local currency debt to reduce reliance on foreign lenders.
So though we might be at 68% at the end of the year, we still have 60% of that amount denominated in US dollars, which is a source of risk. Now, because we're in a position where we can demand what we want, my posture has been, everybody want to lend me money. I said, look, you come to me with Jamaican dollars, I'll borrow from you.
Tributes flowed from Parliament, lauding Clarke's transformative impact over his 6-year tenure. Leader of Government Business Edmund Bartlett celebrated Clarke's achievements, including oversight of an 88% rise in the minimum wage, the $45 billion Spark program, and the $275 million Montego Bay Perimeter Road project, all executed without imposing new taxes. Prime Minister Andrew Holness echoed similar sentiments, crediting Clarke with shaping a new economic outlook that balanced fiscal responsibility with critical development goals.
I don't believe 90% of the people understand what we have done. But I've always known that Nigel's skills and his service is not always going to be local in focus. It is indeed a distinct honor that that skill resided with us, and we now give that skill to the world.
Clarke's resignation as MP for St. Andrew Northwest takes effect at midnight, with still no word of a replacement for his role as Finance Minister. But as he prepares to take formal leave,
there's always been respect, and there's always been a recognition that we are all here to serve the people of our country.
Ramon Gordon for CVM News.
Meanwhile, Dr. Clark made a stop before his appearance in Parliament today. To tell us more, here's Britannia Witter.
Thanks, Nico. Well, the outgoing finance minister and member of parliament, Dr. Nigel Clark, he said his goodbyes to members of the Northwestern St. Andrew constituency and at the Jamaica Labour Party's Area 1 Council meeting on Monday. He delivered a spirited farewell speech. It was a huge occasion which brought out several of the party's senior members.
The time has come for Dr. Nigel Clark to make his way to the International Monetary Fund, IMF. But this time, he won't be in the business of loan acquisition. Instead, he's set to become the first person from Jamaica, the Caribbean, and Central America to be appointed the post of Deputy Managing Director of the IMF. It was the March 2018 by-election in Northwest St. Andrew that initiated Dr. Clark's ascendancy to his lofty Hero Circle offices. Last night, he was in the constituency bidding farewell to his constituents. Clark urged party supporters to carry on with the JLP's legacy by electing Dwayne Smith, son of the former longtime MP Derek Smith.
Your love for your party is exemplary. Yeah? And I want you to continue that. What we have done together has not been done in Jamaica over the last 40 years. And it must continue. For the love that you have given me, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. The love and the warmth and the reception. And I only ask that the love that you have given me, that you multiplied several fold, and you give it to the next Member of Parliament, Dwayne Smith.
He described his parliamentary duties as a privilege.
I want you to know that it has been the privilege of my life to serve you as Member of Parliament. It has been the privilege of my life to respond to your fears, to respond to your needs, and to incorporate your ideas.
Clark will officially assume his role at the IMF on Thursday, where he is expected to contribute to global economic policy and financial stability in service of the IMF's 190 member countries. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who brought Dr. Clark into the political arena, was reflective about his commitment to economic growth. He said Clark's contribution to the sector is unquestionable.
When I met Nigel over 20 years ago, we shared a similar perspective on Jamaica. Nigel provided critical skills in the management of the technical areas of change. And I don't think that there is anyone in Jamaica who could question the technical competence of Dr. Nigel Clark in managing the economic affairs and transforming Jamaica's economic prospects.
Dr. Clark's departure has raised questions about the future of Jamaica's economic policies as the country prepares for a new finance minister. The government is expected to announce the new minister in the coming days. Britannia Witter, CVM News.
So much more to come after this break.
And all fisherman get you new way for get your license in your hand.
Rotty, Johnny, your bag, jump in the water, fisherman license tonight.
Don't worry about that, man.
Accidents do happen, but easy application for your fishing license from your smartphone makes things a little easier. iRefins allows you to register for any fishing license, permit, or authorization anytime, anywhere. With iRefins, you get faster processing times when you register online from any mobile device or computer. A new system, the iRefins system, for fishers like
me
and me. And me. Ask about iRefins, the new system for fishers and fish farmers. Register today for an easier way. iRefins is a joint project of the National Fisheries Authority and the Transformation Implementation Unit.
Secure protection and possibilities with Guardian Investor Plus. Explore the benefits of investment with life insurance and start planning for that exotic vacation, your first home, education, or even retirement. Living easy is within reach, and Guardian Investor Plus does more to help you get there. Contact an insurance advisor at 876-927-4105 or visit myguardiangroup.com.
Welcome back. Well, we take a quick look now at the business report with Joel Crosskill.
Lots to share with you in the business report today. Committed to a creed that seeks to unlock value where others see none, the Norbrook Equities partner via Norbrook Transaction Services Limited unveiled a digital payment solution that aims to revolutionize payment management within schools. Before the BR shares more about it, a data point to consider, as at 2023, according to the PIOJ's Economic and Social Survey Jamaica, total enrollment in secondary institutions exceeded 188,000 students, representing hundreds of thousands of potential transactions each day. Assuming an average student spend per day of 1,000 Jamaican dollars, the size of the internal economy of the nation's schools each day would be $188 million, $4.136 billion per month, or $49.6 billion per year. Chairman of Norbrook Transaction Services, Kerry Robinson, introduced a raft of benefits the successful integration of the ePay digital payment system provides.
In addition to the personal and administrative challenges posed by cash on our school campuses, you don't have to search very far on Google to appreciate the real risk our children face taking cash to school daily. Accordingly, NTS has always wanted to eliminate the need for students to carry cash, and we believe it makes for a generally safer, more efficient, and more convenient environment for our kids, eliminating one more hurdle in their path to a better future. The student card is not just a payment method, it's a tool of empowerment. Students will learn to manage their own funds, understanding budgeting, and even develop financial literacy skills that will serve them well into adulthood. For the past 2 decades, NTS has been quietly developing transaction solutions that enhance lives. These include many consumer and corporate solutions that make environments cashless, allow for better transaction tracking and reconciliation, and generally lowers the risk and friction in the Jamaican economy that is overly dependent on cash.
Jerome Smalling, CEO of JMB Bank, the Treasury Bank for NTS ePay, expressed his enthusiasm for the expansion of the digital solution into the education sector and its potential advantages for improved financial literacy and inclusion.
The stats indicate that if students start at a younger age to understand cash, to understand managing their finances, and driving their financial literacy, they can achieve their overall goals and dreams and aspirations at an earlier age. On average, a youth graduate is owning a home after about 15 years. If we start financial literacy earlier, we can bring that down to about 5 years.
While the ability to track transactions will no doubt be useful for budgeting purposes, according to Havana Llewellyn, Chief Operating Officer of ePay Jamaica, with the planned expansion of the operation surface of the card to public passenger vehicles, the potential of its security features may become even more impactful for parents in particular.
What this means is that our bus operators, private transport, will be given a terminal in which a child can tap. And that payment is then recorded and sends a notification to the parent to let them know their child has boarded the bus to go to school. Not only will they be able to see or receive that notification, they're also able to track the bus to see where the bus is located.
Though Campion College becomes the first and only school to offer the service, efforts to secure an additional 20 educational institutions by early 2025 are also well advanced. It's a development that was welcomed by Dr. Nahima Daniels-Heath, Technical Support Officer in the Office of the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education and Youth, as being in alignment with the vision of the ministry.
Safety within our school is non-negotiable. And this systematic transition to cashless payments directly adds another layer of the initiative that we have been implementing to ensure our schools are safe. Within the Ministry of Education and Youth, we celebrate public-private partnerships because it is innovations like these that strategically lend itself to our overarching goal of the ministry to strategically transform education for national development.
And that was your business report. I'm Joel Crosskill.
We head now to the break with the market summary.
Be a big deal when we touch ground. Yeah, a KFC when we're pulling up. Anything for the taste of a KFC, big deal. The time by KFC is
J&J, Montego Bay's leading pharmacy, is now open at shops 21 to 24 Harbour City Mall, with friendly staff filling your prescription while you wait in comfort. There's a special place for private conversations. For all hard-to-get drugs, prescriptions, or over-the-counter medication, makeup, fragrances, gifts, household items, and much more. You can find it all here at J&J Harbour City. Open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call 876-952-7386. WhatsApp 876-997-7644. We serve with care.
That's it. We're closed. I am so sorry. We only have 3 parties left.
It's a Jamaican thing, but full of flavor. Hey, we set the trend style major. Juicy patty, have a savor. You know the party nice when we do the juicy patty bones. Patty bones, patty bones, watch your bones, watch your bones. Hot patty, watch your steam. Juicy patty bones, patty bones, patty bones, watch your bones, watch your bones. Juicy patty, ready for we go. From food I keep in our party. Juicy patty, have something for everybody. So party for nice. Patty bones, watch your bones, watch your bones. Hot patty, watch your steam. Juicy patty bones. Grab your family and do the juicy patty bones.
Improving our relationship with you.
The Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, is improving its relationship with you, our valued customer. Our new customer relationship management system will help us to better understand your needs, communicate with you, and address your issues faster. Contact us online and let us help you. The new system is a joint project of PICA and the Transformation Implementation Unit.
Improving our relationship.
Building a better public sector for all.
Welcome back. It's now time for a look at what's happening on our digital pages.
So what's trending in our local social media spaces? A video is making the rounds on social media in which a civilian engaged in a fiery exchange with police officers at a station. The intense conversation has sparked a heated debate online, with many weighing in on the situation. Here are some of your comments. At Caesar_DC5R shares, squaddy them wrong. Young police them learn bad habits already. The scream at the last part. At Mickey Overload says, me rather see gunman a night than police, believe. Joke system. At Godzent official posts, public servant them ya? At Marley, business boss adds, I see why the police training requires revamping. If any constable gives a citizen a lawful order, the only time necessary force should be used is when there is non-compliance of such order, given it is lawful. At golden_1 shares, that's why citizen behave so. You must can resolve things without force and disrespect. This is ridiculous. At solid_1FG writes, you're